Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive? We're tackling altcoins today and that whole alt season thing. You've heard about it. Is it real? Is it just hype? Is it even possible anymore? So many questions, right? Well, we're going to try and answer the big one. Is the era of altcoins outperforming Bitcoin over it? We found this really interesting Cointelegraph article and got some expert opinions. And honestly, even I was surprised by some of this stuff. So this is important because it could really change how you think about your crypto investments.
There's a lot of chatter out there, a lot of different opinions. So let's break it down.
Okay, so remember back in 2017, 2018, it felt like altcoins were just exploding. Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin hitting all these record highs. It was like the golden age for anything. Beta-T Bitcoin.
Yeah, but that was a while ago, and things have changed. A lot of years.
Yeah.
Like back then, maybe we had, a couple thousand altcoins?
Right.
Now get this, over 36.4 million.
Whoa, hold on, 36.4 million.
Yep, according to Dune Analytics. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. So how does that, how does that huge number of altcoins change how the market actually works?
Well, it comes down to supply and demand.
Right.
With millions of altcoins all competing, it's like way more supply than demand.
Right.
Imagine trying to stand out in a crowd of millions of people.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's what altcoins are dealing with now.
So basically, it's like trying to pick the winning lottery ticket, but there are millions of tickets out there. And then on top of that, you've got all these meme coins and tokens that, maybe aren't that useful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a tough landscape. That's why crypto analyst Alex Kruger says a sustained alt season is probably not going to happen.
Really?
Yeah. He says supply of tokens is greater than demand. Simple, but, kind of makes sense.
I see. So is he saying alt seasons are done?
Well, he doesn't say that exactly,
Yeah.
but he thinks any future alt seasons are going to be really short, like maybe a few days or weeks at most.
Wow. Okay, so that window is getting tiny. So if that's true, picking the right altcoin is the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
But how do you even do that?
It's definitely gotten tougher. It's a bit like picking stocks. You're looking for those hidden gems with real potential. And the thing is, as Ash Crypto points out, there's a lot of market dilution happening.
Dilution.
Yeah. He thinks some exchanges are listing all these meme coins just to get more users and more trading.
Wait, wouldn't more users and more trading be good? Isn't that what you want?
It can be.
Like-
But it also makes it harder to see what's really valuable.
Oh, I see.
It's like adding more noise to the signal. And speaking of signals, we can't forget about Bitcoin.
Right. Bitcoin just keeps going up while a lot of altcoins are kind of struggling. What's up with that?
Well, since 2021, Bitcoin's market cap has doubled.
Doubled.
Yeah, it's at $2.07 trillion.
Wow.
And the total altcoin market cap is $1.6 trillion. And that's actually down from its peak in late 2024.
So Bitcoin's way ahead.
Exactly.
Does that mean it's just going to leave all the altcoins behind?
It's possible. Ki-Young Ju, the CEO of CryptoQuant, thinks only a few altcoin projects will make it.
Just a few.
Yeah. He says the ones with strong use cases and good stories, basically.
Okay. So that doesn't sound too great for most altcoins. But before we totally write them off, I feel like there are other opinions out there, right?
Yeah, for sure. There are.
What are they saying?
Well, Michael van de Poff, for example, he thinks some altcoins could still get a lot of investment from big institutions.
Really?
Yeah. He says especially the ones focused on real-world utility.
Interesting. So there's hope.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He thinks those investors are looking for projects with real value, not just hype.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So not all doom and gloom then?
Not necessarily. In fact, Van de Popp even predicts that Ethereum could lead the next altcoin surge.
Whoa, Ethereum.
Yeah.
But I thought it was the least favorite right now.
Yeah, some people call it the most hated rally of 2025.
I've heard that. So why would it bounce back so strongly? Especially if everyone's down on it right now.
Well, don't forget, Ethereum has a history of doing well in alt seasons. And it's got a huge ecosystem with all kinds of applications and projects built on it. It's not just another coin. It's more like an entire infrastructure.
Right. Okay, I see. So it's got that going for it. Okay, so if Ethereum has all that going for it, why all the negativity? Why is it the most hated rally, like Van de Popp says?
Well, markets are emotional. They can swing back and forth.
Right.
What's hot today might be totally out tomorrow.
That's crypto for you. But are there specific reasons people are down on Ethereum?
Yeah. I mean, some people point to its past issues. Like, remember when it had those problems with scalability and high transaction fees?
Yeah, I remember that. That definitely caused some headaches. But what about those upgrades they've been working on, like moving to proof of stake? How does that change things?
Those upgrades are supposed to fix those problems. Proof of stake, for example, it uses way less energy to verify transactions. That's good for the environment. NDD, it makes the network cheaper to use.
Okay, so it's like a total makeover. Faster, cheaper, greener. I get it.
Yeah.
But hold on. We've been talking a lot about Ethereum. What about all the other altcoins out there?
You're right, Ethereum is just one part of the whole picture. I think the main takeaway here is that altcoins are getting more and more complicated. There aren't any easy answers anymore.
Okay, so how do we even make sense of all this? How can people make good decisions when everything's changing so fast?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And to be honest, there's no magic formula.
No crystal ball, huh?
Nope. But there are some things investors can do to navigate this new reality.
Like what?
Starts with understanding the basics. You got to look beyond the hype and see what's really there.
So no more just following the crowd or buying into whatever meme coin is trending.
Right. You got to be more critical.
Yeah.
Think for yourself. Ask the tough questions. Like, what problem is this coin trying to solve? Is it actually useful, or is it just another speculative asset?
So start with the problem, the purpose of the coin. Got it.
What else? Look at the team behind it. Are they experienced? Do they have a good track record?
Okay.
And then dive into the technology itself. Is it something new? Is it actually valuable?
So we're looking for real innovation, not just a copycat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the most important thing. The thing that really determines if an altcoin will succeed.
Okay, what is it?
Real-world adoption.
Adoption.
Is the coin being used? Does it have a growing user base?
Ah, I see. So it can't just be hype. It has to have actual use.
Exactly. It's about separating the projects that are building something real from the ones that are just riding the waves.
So it's like being an altcoin detective. You got to look for the clues.
I like that. It takes research, critical thinking, and a healthy dose of skepticism.
It's more than just trying to get rich quick. It's about being thoughtful and strategic.
Exactly. Those days of easy money in altcoins might be over.
But that doesn't mean there aren't opportunities out there.
Not at all. There will always be opportunities. But they'll be more concentrated in the projects that have real value and potential.
So it's like a fundamental shift in the market. It's growing up, becoming more mature and sophisticated.
I think that's a great way to put it. And I think this evolution is a good thing. It means we're moving towards a stronger, more sustainable market.
That makes sense. But, you know, this is a lot to take in. Maybe we should pause here and let everyone digest it all.
Yeah, good idea. Let's take a break and come back with some final thoughts.
Okay, we're back. And wow, we've really gone deep on altcoins and this whole alt season thing. Definitely seems like things are changing in a big way.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame than it was a few years ago.
So for anyone listening who's like trying to process all this, what's the big takeaway? What does this mean for someone who wants to invest in altcoins today?
I think the most important thing to remember is this. The altcoin market is growing up. It's not that Wild West gold rush anymore.
So no more just chasing pumps or falling for those get-rich-quick schemes.
Right. You got to be smarter than that now. To really succeed, you need a different mindset, a more sophisticated approach.
So it's not just about luck or timing anymore. It's about making smart decisions based on, actual research.
Exactly. We're seeing a move towards a more data-driven approach.
Yeah.
Less speculation, more focus on what really matters.
Okay, so what does really matter? What should investors be looking for when they're checking out an altcoin?
First thing, ask yourself, what problem does this coin solve?
Okay.
Is it addressing a real need in the market, or is it just another useless token?
Right. It's got to offer something unique, something valuable.
Exactly. Then take a look at the team behind the project. Do they have the experience, the expertise, a good track record?
Makes sense.
And dive into the technology. Is it actually innovative? Does it give them an edge over the competition?
So basically look under the hood. Don't just take things at face value.
Right. But here's the ultimate test. The thing that really matters in the long run,
Okay, lay it on me.
real-world adoption.
Adoption.
Oh, is the coin actually being used? Does it have a growing user base? That's what drives real value.
So it all comes down to real use cases. Real people using it in the real...
Something useful, not just speculating.
So it's like a shift from just existing to actually building. Less talk, more action.
Exactly. And that's a good thing. It means the market is becoming more mature, more sustainable.
Okay, I like that. So we're moving from a gold rush to like a building cities phase.
Yeah, I like that analogy.
So for our listeners who are ready to get into this new world of altcoin investing, what advice would you give them?
First, do your homework. Don't just buy into something because it's trending or someone on Twitter told you to
Right.
research the project, the team, the tech. Look for those use cases. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Challenge those assumptions.
Be an informed investor, not just a follower.
Exactly. Think like a detective.
Yeah.
Be curious, be skeptical,
Ah.
and always keep learning. Oh, and diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread that risk.
Right. Invest in multiple projects that you really believe in.
And lastly, be patient. This market is going to go up and down.
Yeah.
Don't get scared by the dips. Focus on the long-term potential.
That's great advice. Thanks for all this insight. It's been a wild ride exploring the world of altcoins with you.
My pleasure. Glad I could help it.
And for everyone listening, remember, the crypto world is always changing, so stay informed, stay curious, and stay ahead of the game. Happy investing.